And I feel like yesterday we have now a better understanding of 1 dimension, 2 dimensions, and 3 dimensions. All right. But then I ask you to look at this right here and see if you could figure out without any guidance about what to do. All right. So we have here what? We have prices, right? For blue, brown, green, and this price per what? Price per yard. So I need help. If I want to buy 3 1/4 yard, how do I figure out what the of brown fabric? How do I figure out what that's going to be? Molly, what do I do? Say it again.
Like divide.
Okay, so what is that going to do for me?
Like, I don't know.
That's okay. So listen, here's what I want everybody to look at up here on the board. All right, I know some of you know easily what to do, but what I want to do is I want to show you the purpose, right? So if I said to you, and I'm going to make this so you can see it, that represents 1 yard. How much would that cost, Molly? $5. There's another yard. How much is that going to cost me? And then this is going to be what? If 3 yards is going to cost me how much? Right. Now, do we have a full yard? No, we have 1/4 of a yard, right? So now, if I said to you 3 yards, how did you know it was $15? What did I do? Hold on, let me get this down. How did I know it was $15? I didn't hear you say.
5 times 3.
Yay, 5 times 3. So now we need more than 3. We need what? 3 1/4. So how do I figure that out now, based on what you just said? No. I don't care what you do now. What do you do now? What do you do now? In other words, here, guys, come on. This is really super important. This is what I show kids a lot, because the fractions don't make much sense sometimes for kids. So if we convert, instead of buying 3 yards or 3 1/4 yards, we just buy 3 yards. You said do 3 times 5. So now if I want to buy 3 1/4, what do I do? No, it's the same process.
I didn't do that.
No, I know, but you're telling me how to do it correctly now. So what do I do with the 3 1/4 to get to the right answer? Now keep in mind, you just told me if I have 3 yards, I would multiply 3 times 5. So now I have, instead of 3 yards, I have how many yards? 3 1/4, right? So what do I do? Now what I'm trying to show you, listen, don't be frustrated. All right, everybody, this is what everybody's the struggle. I'm going to ask you a question now, and I'm trying to show you how you relate one to the other. So you just told me a few minutes ago that if I bought 3 yards, you knew it's just 3 times 5. So there's no difference now. It just looks different because it's a fraction. But what do I do with the 3 1/4 and the 5? You still multiply. That is correct. So see, what I'm trying to teach everyone is how your brain makes a connection with 3 times 5, but for whatever reason, it doesn't make a connection with 3 1/4 times 5. See what I mean? So what I'm trying to show kids is do an easy number and figure out how to do the easy number and then apply it to the hard number. You with me? So this would be 3 1/4 times 5. So do that for me on your calculator. Everybody do that on the calculator. And then everybody tell me what that is.
16.
16 and 1/4.
Yeah.
Now, here is where you're correct. That's the correct answer, but we're dealing with money, correct? So money is in decimals. So now there was a button on your calculator to convert the fraction to a decimal. That's why I put this in there.
What's that?
That's the FD button, all right? This right here is the fraction to decimal, right? So hit the second FD and it tells you what's the answer now. 16.25. So we would say $16.25. Did you get that? All right. So again, hopefully you like that. Hopefully that was pretty good for you. All right. So now that we know how to do it for one, does everybody agree we know how to do it for what? All of them, because it's the same problem, just different numbers. Cool. Yes, you do.
It's on the bottom of the.
There you go.
Oh.
Yep. Everybody. That's the reason we all have this calculator, because they're all pretty much the same. What?
Where's the FD line? Under the ABC.
Now look. Hey, listen to me.
And then it just says NBR.
This is what I want for you. You could have a different one than him. He's saying something he doesn't know what he's talking about. All right? So just listen to me. On your calculator, there's about 30 buttons. Look at every single button until you see that symbol.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Every single, no, I don't care. This is what you guys don't understand. Stop telling people what to do. If you can't look on a calculator and find a button, we're in a lot of trouble. Does everybody agree with me? Right? You got to be able to find it. It's that right there.
I see it, but when I click it.
Now, to get to the, so on your calculator, a lot of times, there's the button, and then the FD is above it.
Yeah.
So that's what that second number is for. That second button, you hit that button, then you hit the button, and it'll convert it for you. All right, so everybody needs to convert a fraction to a decimal with that FD button, because I want to make sure you know how to do that. Did yours work now?
Yes.
If it doesn't work, I'm coming around to help you. What?
So you hit the FD button?
No. Where's your, no, clear that out. Okay, so now I want second. Where's the fraction left there? Right there. Good. Enter. There it is. Now do it again. Second. Fraction to decimal, hit enter. Now convert it back. No, well, you have to hit the second button first. That's what I was saying. There you go.
Oh.
Now hit enter.
And then something.
You know what I mean?
What? Yeah.
Did you not see it? So this second,
Oh, that.
then fraction of decimals.
Oh, okay.
All right. Now everybody knows how to use it. All right. Everybody's good on that, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now what I want to do is, KK, you're going to tell me if you wanted to buy 2.5 yards of yellow, how much is it going to cost you? What do I have to do? Yes, but it's not 2. It's what? How much are we buying? So what do I? Yes, 2.5 times 8. And that's going to cost you how much money? 20 bucks. All right. Jolie, you're on number 11. What do I do?
You go 5 and 3 times 6,
Good.
and then if you get, I don't know what you get, and you put it to 32. 32.
Is that what it is? 32.25? Anybody else get 32.25?
Yeah.
All right, good job. All right. Reese, you're up. What do I do for number 12?
So 10 and 3 times 7.
75 what? Anybody else get 75.25?
Yep.
And don't forget you're putting a dollar sign up there. All right. Sunshine, you're up. What do I do? Just tell me 15 and what? You don't tell me how to do it on the calculator. Just tell me what. Then what? Now tell me the answer. Anybody else get $141?
Yeah, I got it.
All right. And last one, 14.
9, 36 times 4.
And
38
So how would I say that?
$38.
Yeah, $38 and what?
4 cents.
Not 4.
40.
Yes. $38.40. Now, Cole, tell me.
Number 13, when that took the fraction and actually made it into a decimal, I got 78.4 repeated.
Start over. Take your calculator. And I want you to type in 15 2/3 times 9. What'd you get? So is that correct? What you got? 141. You sure? Come on, don't be afraid to ask me if you don't know something. 141. Anybody have any questions with those? All right, straightforward. If we're dealing in money, we want decimals. All right. Now we're just going to continue on. All right, Luca, you read number 15.
You have $50 and you need all the blue fabric you can get. How many yards can you buy?
So what do I have to do to figure that out?
You have to do 6 divided by 50.
We do 6 divided by 50.
I mean 50 divided by 50.
Yeah, 50 divided by 6. Okay, now, again, I'm going to try to show you this a little carefully, right? So, listen, I have $50. Please look up on the board because I always try to show kids how they should be thinking about this. All right? Now, this, please watch. That right there, well, that's not very good. All right, this right here is going to be my $50 bill that I'm walking in with. All right, so I have $50. Very good. Please watch. Now, I'm looking for how much fabric? Blue, right? So blue costs how much? $6, right? So if I give the lady $6, how many yards can I get?
About
No, I didn't say that. If I buy 1 yard, if I spend $6, how many yards?
1.
1. So this $6 is equal to 1 yard. So now I'm going to make another $6. How many is that? Yep, $12 altogether, so I can buy how much? 2 yards now. All right, that's the total. What am I doing? This is what my brain, this is what I'm trying to show you guys. What am I doing to the $50? What am I doing? Yeah, but what does separate mean in this case? What operation is separating? Nope, not subtraction. Yeah, it's dividing. I'm taking the $50 and I'm dividing it into what? $6. Does everybody understand what I'm getting at?
Yes.
Now again, I'm only trying to help you learn how to visualize because I don't want you to just say, well, obviously I'm supposed to do 50 divided by 6. I don't want you to think that way. I want you to say, okay, I'm not 100% sure, but I know this $50 can buy me some blue whatever fabric. So what am I doing to the $50, guys? Dividing it up into what? $6. And when I take 50 and I divide it by 6, that's going to tell me how many yards I can buy. KK, are you hearing me? All right, so now everybody take out their calculator and do 50 divided by 6. And if I do 50 divided by 6, what is it?
8.3.
Now, we know 3 repeated is what fraction? 0.3 repeated is what fraction?
3/9.
Which reduces to?
1/3.
So we should say we can buy 8 1/3 yards.
Yeah.
But we're going to let the calculator do the work. I want you to hit second, FD, and then that will tell you what?
It'll tell you it's 8 1/3.
It will tell you it's 8 1/3. All right. Now you're not allowed to put 8 1/3. You have to put what?
8 1/3 yards.
8 1/3 yards because we're purchasing yards. So when you walk into the store, you can tell them if I have $50, you can say, give me 8 1/3 yards, and you don't have to worry about having enough money. Right? Listen now, I'm trying to tell you how important that actual question is. All right? Because most people, if it doesn't work out exactly right, they don't know what to do. So I'm trying to show you had $50 to spend. We're dividing it into what? $6. Because every $6 I can get what? 1 yard. So how many $6 are there? There are 8 1/3 $6, which means you can buy 8 1/3 yards. Is everybody okay with that explanation?
Yes.
All right, I'm going slow for a reason. You're in your brain trying to make connections with the math, not just saying, well, obviously you do 50 divided by 6. And if you're not paying attention, all right, it's going to be difficult when you take your test. Because it's all word problems. All right, here we go. Now we're going on to the next problem. What?
When's the test?
I think Wednesday, but I'm not worried about it right this second.
Next week.
No, in about 10 minutes.
Wednesday.
All right, here we go. So now, who just did that problem? Who read that problem? You read that last one? Okay, Cole, you're up. Read me. 16.
The nearest 13.5 inches.
So what shape are they talking about? Yes, but specifically, if the mirror is 13.5 by 21, you have to draw the mirror. So what shape are we going to draw? Is it a square? No, it's a what? It's a rectangle, yes. Everybody's got to draw a rectangle. Don't make me walk around and see your rectangle. Now, what are the dimensions of the rectangle again, Cole? What are the dimensions of the rectangle? The dimensions are the numbers.
Oh,
What is it?
13.5.
13.5 by what? 21 1/4. There you have it. Now, why did I put the 21 1/4 on the long side and the 13 1/2 on the short side? Oh, yeah, the 21 1/4 is bigger. All right. So now, Cole, do you remember from yesterday how do I find the area? Come on. How do I find area? Scroll back. Scroll back and look. Area. What's the formula for area? No, he's smart enough to look information up. Scroll back. There's problems on this worksheet. Where
Oh, length times width.
Thank you. Now you're smarter because you know how to look information up. So now we're doing, everybody's going to write down area equals length times width. All right. So now area equals 13 1/2. Put that in parentheses. 21 1/4. I'm ready for that answer, please.
286 and 7/8.
Now, 286 and 7/8, what? Now, before you say something, think about what we talked about. We're measuring area. What do we measure area with? Yay, good job, good job. Inches squared. Thank you very much for that, Cole. That's what should be done on your paper right there, on your iPad. Every picture is going to be drawn. All right, next, go.
So
Read it.
A deer mouse is 7 and 1/4 inches long, including its tail. If the tail is only 1/2 its total body length, how long is the tail?
So what do?
7 and 1/4 divided by 1/2.
So do that on your calculator. 7 and 1/4 divided by 1/2.
14 and 1/2.
So does that make sense to you? No! You're supposed to say, no, that doesn't make any sense. How can the tail be 14
Oh,
and
no.
the whole thing be 7?
Oh,
Right?
Yeah.
Now, this is what's going to happen on your test, guys. I'm giving him a hard time. All right? Because he's doing very well. When you see on your test, sometimes you're going to go, I don't know how to do it. Do I add? Do I subtract? Do I multiply? Do I divide? So he thought you did what? Divided. So now you got to look at your answer and say, well, if the whole mouse, including the tail, is 7 inches, how can just the right be 14? So that doesn't make any sense. So now instead of dividing, we can try what? Try multiplying. See if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Shh. Let him do it.
3 and 5 and 8.
3 and 5/8. 3 and 5/8 what?
Inches.
Inches. Thank you. 3 and 5/8 inches. Now, I want to just show you this too. When you cut something in half, you can either say what or you can say what. You just learned something important. If you cut something in half, come on now, I need somebody to tell me. If I cut something in half, what do I do?
You can either do 1/2, like 1/2, or
1/2 what operation?
1/2, wait, what did you say?
I'm asking you a question. If I want to take half of something, what can I do? What is the operation?
You multiply it.
By what?
1/2.
Or you can what? No, or you can
Add
divide by what?
1/2.
No. Dividing by 1/2 is not cutting something in half. Dividing by 1/2 is actually multiplying by 2. So what am I going to do, Jolie? Divide by 2. All right, so I want everybody to take this note right now. Hey, you're daydreaming. All right, everybody. If I said I want half of 50, how do I take half of 50? Tell me.
You multiply by 1/2.
Multiply by 1/2. Or
Divide by 2.
divide by 2. Good job, guys. Come on now. I'm upset with kids who don't know that. Just like if I said, let's take 1/3 of something. If I said take 1/3 of something, what does that mean? What does 1/3 mean? What can I do? Come on, someone be brave. Be brave, Cole. What is 1/3? If I want to take 1/3 of something, what can I do? So listen, I want you to hear me. I want everybody, listen, everybody can say something. I just said take half of something. So if I said take half of something, what do we do? What do I do?
You divide by 2.
So if I say take 1/3 of something, what am I going to do? I'm just annoyed that people don't know that. If I say take 1/3 of something, you divide by 3 or you multiply by 1/3. So if I say take 1/4 of something, what do?
Multiply by 1/4 and divide by 4.
That's how easy it is. I never understood that. All right? If you take half of something, you divide it by 2 or multiply by 1/2. So you apply that to everything else. Just because it's 1/3 or 1/4 or 1/10, it doesn't change. You either multiply by 1/4 or you divide by 4. Yes, quickly.
So you could have just done 7/1.
Yeah, now that's exactly what my next question was. Everybody type in on your calculator 7 1/4 and divide it by 2. And what do you know?
Hey, it's the same answer.
Same answer. Now look, you can't be getting smarter and just saying, well, yeah, he's pretty smart. He knows all that. You got to do it. This is what I'm trying to tell you. No daydreaming. You have to do it. I can only tell you and try to make you smarter, but if you're not willing to put it on your calculator and do the work, you're not getting smarter. Right? You have to do that. All right? So again, that's a great lesson for today. All right? Most people, believe it or not, if you say, what's 1/3 of something? They're like, what are you talking about, 1/3? 1/3 means divided by 3 or multiply by 1/3. Those are your options. All right? So now, good work on that. Number 18, here we go. Who is up?
me, I'm pretty sure.
Me, go. Read it.
So recipe for sourdough rye bread calls for 3/4 cup rye flour and 1 2/3 cups bread flour. How many cups of flour will you need altogether?
So what do we do?
So we're gonna add them, right?
That's all we're doing. We're adding. Now, if you need to draw the picture, draw the picture. But I'm feeling pretty good now. We're doing some good work. We should automatically be able to. But you're not supposed to give me just the answer. You have to write 3/4 plus 1 2/3. And what is that?
It's 2 5/12.
2 5/12 what?
Wait, what's that? Cups.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you. Hold on, I didn't see you pick up a calculator, did I? KK, did you pick up the calculator and do that?
No.
Get up the calculator right now and type that in. Don't be lazy. No lazy people in my room. No lazy people allowed. All right? Good, that was good. Easy. All right, easy. All right, I'll wait for KK to tell me we can go on now that she decided to do the problem. Can we move forward, please? Yes. I'm watching you every step. 19, go.
So a piece of lumber that was cut to be 1 and 1/2 inches thick shrinks down 1 9/32 inches thick. After losing its moisture and drying out, what is the difference in thickness? So you do 1 and 1/2 minus 1 and 9/32.
You are amazing. Good job.
And it equals 7/32 inches.
I'm proud of you. That's exactly right. Does everybody understand that's what happens to wood? Does everybody know that wood shrinks, right?
Good job.
Right, that's why in your house sometimes you think you're hearing noises. And a lot of times it's just the what?
Yeah, my
The
house-
wood
my house
shrinking
Freaks out.
and contracting. That's all it is. If moisture gets in, it gets bigger. As soon as the moisture dries out, the board gets what? Smaller. All right, that's all it is. And it sounds weird sometimes when you hear it.
Yeah, like
But that's all it is. It's the a shrinking. Yes. So now, did you do that? Okay, I'm happy with you. All right, next, read.
A rectangle has a perimeter of 23 and 1/2 centimeters. The two shorter sides measure 5 and 2/3 centimeters each. What is the length of each of the two longer sides?
All right, so you got a hard one. All right, so I want everybody to put a highlight on this one. All right, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 1 minute. He's going to tell me what he thinks the answer is, but this one's a hard one. It's a tricky one. So my recommendation is draw it, and then you can figure it out. But I'm going to give you another 45 seconds. Go. 45 seconds. Everybody's trying. Draw the picture. Label it. Uh-oh. I'm sure you did. 10 more seconds.
Right, I think I got it.
Same.
All right, here we go. Read it to me. One more time.
A rectangle has a perimeter of 23 and 1/2 centimeters. The two shorter sides measure 5 and 2/3 centimeters.
Okay, so the first thing I need to do is draw what?
The rectangle.
Yeah, I'm going to draw a rectangle,
5 and 2/3 centimeters.
and I'm going to put 5 and 2/3. So I'm going to put 5 and 2/3 here, 5 and 2/3 here. Uh-oh. Okay, so now how do I figure out the other side? Come on now, you're good.
I divided 23 and 1/2 by 5 and 2/3.
So let me show you something. Watch this, please. Watch. Here you are, right here. And you are going to take a walk around the perimeter. You with me? Are you paying attention? So if I walk all the way around, how far did I walk? Yeah, I walked 23 and a half. So I need everybody to put this down, 23 and a half. All right, now watch me walking. All right, as I'm walking, do I know how much I walked from there to there? How much from here to here? How much from here to here? How much from here to here? So how much did I walk that I knew of? Right, add 5 2/3 plus 5 2/3. Tell me what that is. You can do it. Everybody should be doing that. So he walked 11 1/3. So how much more does he have to walk? How much more does he have to walk? What do I have to do? Come on, you do know. I want you to put 11 1/3 down. He just walked 11 1/3. So how much more does he have to walk? How do you find that out? This from here to here, and this from here to here is 11 1/3. But if I go all the way around, I go 23 and a half. So how much left do I have to walk? How much left do I have to walk? Yes, you do. Come on. Don't give up on me. You can either add, subtract, multiply, divide. That's all you got. So if I add 23 1/2 and 11 1/3, that'll tell me how much this is. Tell him. Subtract. Subtract 23 1/2 minus 11 1/3. So I want you to do that on your calculator. Everybody's doing that on your calculator. 23 1/2 minus 11 1/3. Tell me what that is again. Anybody else get 12 1/6?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm going to show you again. I have 12 1/6 centimeters still to go. How do I figure out how much one side would be? How do I figure out how much one side would be? Now remember, both sides are 12 1/6. By what? No. How many sides are there? 2. Divide by 2. All right, everybody divide by 2. So 12 1/6 divided by 2. Tell me what that is. 6 and 1/12. What? Good. I'm proud. No. Listen, remember, here, don't be mad at me, because you know I did good. Listen, it doesn't matter what you got on your calculator or what you got on your paper. You need to follow my logic and make sure you understand my logic, right? And again, I don't mean that in a bad way, right? I just mean I'm trying to show you visually how you should be thinking about that, right? So everybody stay with me now, KK. I'm walking all the way around my rectangle here, and how far did I walk? I've walked how much? That's what perimeter means. We're walking around the outside. Now, I was able to walk here, and I was able to walk here. How much is that all together? That was 11 1/3. So that took care of 11 1/3 out of the perimeter, correct? Yes? So I only care about, well, how much is left? So how do I figure out how much is left? I did the whole thing minus the two sides. Everybody with me on that? And that gave me 12 1/6. Now 12 1/6 represented both sides, but I only want what? One side, so I divide that by 2. And that's how he came up with what? 6 and 1/12. All right, now again, I told you that was kind of tricky, so don't feel bad. But the question is, now do you understand the logic behind that problem? That's what I'm trying to get you to see. You agree? KK? Molly, you happy with it now? Jolie, did you want me to answer your question? Are you good? What's that? Okay. Well, I don't know. Oh, I know what. I touched it. Okay, so do me a favor, how much more time do we have? What time do we have?
You're gonna have 5 minutes.
Okay, so here's what I want you to try for me tonight. Since something happened, I want you guys to do this for me. I want you guys to try 21, and I want you to try 22, and I want you to try 23, 24. I think that's fair. 4 problems. And some of you guys are smart. If you paid attention, those 4 problems are easy. So you got 5 minutes. All right, I want you to work on those. Guys, I'm really happy with you. That was a good job. Especially those of you guys who are not being lazy.
Yeah.
All right, get to work, get to work.